Hello there, my friends. So this is the HONJIN lightsaber you can buy on Amazon right now for, I got this for 75 bucks. I see it listed all the time for 80, and I've seen it as high as 100. The lowest I was able to find out was 75 with like a $10 off coupon deal. And it has 12 sound fonts. And what I wanted to know before I bought it was, what are the 12 sound fonts? Because you can't change sound fonts on this thing. It comes pre-installed, unchangeable. So I'm going to show you the sound fonts, at least the 10 that I figured out, and there's 2 that I haven't quite figured out, and I hope you guys may be able to help me. So in order to activate this, it's in complete off mode right now. It's not draining any power. In order to put it in standby mode, press the button once, and it says something which I can't understand if that's English or Chinese. This is a Chinese-made saber, by the way. And yeah, so then in order to switch the font when it's in standby mode, you can press the button twice.
Luke Skywalker.
And there's a little intro. So like that one says, Luke Skywalker, right? So we'll activate it. So this is the A New Hope font, right? This is the lightsaber that Obi-Wan gives to Luke in episode 4. You can see it's got that amazing lightsaber. This is the first lightsaber you see in the movies if you watch them in chronological order of release. It has a blaster effect. You can see it's kind of like tinny. The blaster effect's not my favorite blaster effect, but it's got a nice response. You can see there's motion like on and off too, which... So that's power up. That's deflect blaster. Lock up. That's a nice lock up sound. I like that. And then power down. You have to hold for like 4 or 5 seconds. Classic. Okay, so that's pretty cool font right off the bat. Next one. I have no idea what that is. Eton, I think he says. If anybody knows what that is, put it in the comments below. All right, so basically it sounds to me like a dark saber. Hear that? That background? That's a dark saber sound effect to me. Flash on flash. Like it. Deflect blaster. That's pretty cool. I like that. Lock up. And power down. I like the power down. That was pretty cool. All right, so those 2. Next one.
I'll show you the dark side.
Obviously, Kylo Ren. I'll show you the dark side. So this is probably going to be crimson, right? But it's also got that. It doesn't flicker. The blade doesn't flicker. But it's a bright red. It's a crimson red. And it's got that nice, almost helicopter effect. So let's see. Flash on clash. Blaster. Lock up. And power down. Kind of an anticlimactic power down there, huh? All right, next one is
I am no Jedi.
Ahsoka Tano saying, I'm no Jedi, right? So Ahsoka, if you're caught up with everything in Star Wars, you would think her blade would be white because she's no Jedi, right? She's like a neutral Force user. But no, this is the classic, like, good guy blue. So it's like Clone Wars, early Clone Wars, maybe. Okay. So blaster deflect. Flash on clash. blade lock. And then power down. So Ahsoka Tano. Next. Oh, but you can change it in standby mode by pressing twice. Did I tell you that?
Hello there.
Hello there. That's our old friend Obi-Wan Kenobi. Got that great Obi-Wan. Whoops. Flash on Clash. You already heard one of the blaster effects. Very cool. Lock up.
Perhaps I've misjudged the situation. Perhaps I've misjudged the situation. Perhaps I've misjudged the situation.
So that he's saying perhaps I've misjudged the situation. He's got that kind of British accent. So I feel like that's, you know, more about the Clone Wars cartoons kind of being funny. That's actually the only one lockup on the Saber that I found that actually has a voiceover when you lock it up. And then we'll do the extinguish. So that one was kind of silly, I guess. But there are a couple silly fonts on here. That one was like a little bit. That's still Obi-Wan. Hello there. From the Clone Wars, I would assume. This one, I can't understand what that said. Again, it's like when the power on thing, it just basically a placeholder. Can't understand what that said. If you understood what that said, tell me. This is just like a purple Saber font. It's kind of got that buzzing bees helicopter thing going on there. Now this is like a pinkish, pinkish purple. I know the colors on the screen are a little different than usual, than what you actually see. There's your flash on Clash, blaster effect, lock up. And power down. So I have no idea what that font, if it's even ascribed to a character. Not sure.
General Kenobi.
So that's obviously General Grievous saying General Kenobi, but this is a Kenobi font. As you can tell, it's the classic Kenobi font, and this is a serious one. It's not the, you can hear that right there. Blaster deflect, and then flash on Clash, and lock up. This time is serious. It doesn't say I've misjudged the situation. And then retract. Pretty straightforward there, but very cool font, I think.
Rey Skywalker.
Rey Skywalker is next. So you would think Rey Skywalker would be a yellow blade. It's not. This is capable of doing yellow blades, but so I'm thinking this is the Force Awakens Rey Skywalker, and it does kind of sound like that classic, like Luke's first lightsaber, or Anakin's lightsaber, Rey's lightsaber, whatever you want to call it, the one that Obi-Wan gave to Luke, the one that Rey is given during the Force Awakens. So, flash on Clash. Blaster deflect sounds pretty much the same. Lock up. It's a little bit muted. And power down. Okay. Next one.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
So if you know what that's from, that's Luke Skywalker saying, I'm a Jedi like my father before me, and that's right at the end of Return of the Jedi, after he has a duel with Darth Vader, so he's talking to Palpatine. So you bet your bottom dollar this is going to be a green blade. So it's consular green. It's got that nice edge that Luke's saber has in the episode 6. This is the one that he made himself. Pretend you're on the sail barge, deflecting bolts and blasts. Clash on clash. Lock up. Let's see here. Oh, that's a nice lock up. Like you're battling in the throne room with Vader. I love this font. And the power down. Just like on Endor. He shows it off camera and you hear that sound effect. That was classic. All right, so next one.
I am Bastila Shan.
All right, so not everybody might know this. I am Bastila Shan. Now, Bastila Shan was a character in Knights of the Old Republic, the video game from 2003. So she just happens to have a yellow saber. It's got a little bit of that Kylo Ren like crackle crackle. Pretty cool blaster effects. Flash on clash. Lock up. And power down. Okay. Now this one's kind of fun intro. So that's Emperor Palpatine, of course. So you know this is going to be red. Not much of an ignition there, though. It's kind of like smooth. It's kind of like, reminds me of, you know, before he like gets disfigured, when he's fighting with like Mace Windu. When he's still like, you know, the senator instead of the emperor. It's very subtle. Flash on clash. Blaster deflects. Nice slidey lock up there, like you're sliding the blades up and down against each other. And then the extinguish is pretty faint, quick. And then this is the 12th one. This is the final one, and this is the silliest one. And for a while, I couldn't figure out if I was actually hearing this, but see what you think you hear.
I am Sailor Moon.
I think it says, I am Sailor Moon. Listen to that weird font. It's like fairy dust or pixels or pixie dust or something, right? Sounds like playing like a fantasy pinball game or something. So I think they just threw this silly one in here just for fun. Lock up. It's just the weirdest font. But people do make these weird fonts. But why this is on here, I have no idea. And then power down. So that was the Sailor Moon font. At least that's what I heard. If you heard something different, put it in the comments.
Luke Skywalker.
And then we're back to the regular Luke Skywalker. So the classic A New Hope, first lightsaber you ever see on the screen. So anyway, those are the 12 fonts. So hopefully you don't have to spend $75, $80, $100 in order to find out what those fonts are like I did. I did the research for you. So if that helped you, help me out. And leave a comment. Tell me what happened. Tell me if you're thinking about buying this. Pretty cool. Saber's nice and heavy. It's not super heavy. It's still like twirl. You know, you can spin. It's nice and twirly. You can do a lot of flows, and the center of gravity is right about here. And these things, they don't really cut your hand like other ones I've seen. These aren't that sharp. And then right here, there's that's pretty much where the grip is for. And you can do it with this too. This is pretty good density of polycarbonate. All right, that's all I got for you. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll make another video and try to answer your questions. Have a great day. May the force be with you.